to The Traveling Introvert. Today I'm going to talk about something I realized recently. I was at a conference. I attend conferences fairly regularly, more now so than I did in the past. And they had a mixture of formats. They had speakers, and some of the speakers did group work, some of the speakers just spoke. And they also had panels. And so with the panels, you'd get asked a question, and then the microphone would get handed around, and you had to answer that question. And I realized, I really should have known this before, but I'm not good at speaking on the spot. I'm not good at... let me rephrase that. I'm good at speaking on the spot. I'm not good at being eloquent on the spot. I will ramble or answer my own question or do weird things. And so I feel that the last conference I attended, I didn't really, not promote myself, but I didn't come across as well as I could have. And so this is either A, something I need to work on, or B, something I need to avoid like the plague. So the reason I realized this is because there was panels and they got asked a question. And so one person would say something and give this very complete, eloquent answer, but it then left, because there was no sort of opposing views, it then left no room for the other person to sort of expand on it. Or if they did, it was just sort of repeating what was said. So most of the time, the panelist was just like, I agree because of this, 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 and this. But it was basically reiterating what had originally been said. Or because of the type of people that were there, actually there was probably 5 companies that were just like way above everyone else. And so they would give their answer and everyone was like, oh yeah, that's a really good idea. And then nothing. And there wasn't sort of a diversity to give a sort of opposing views or a different look at things, or yes, your company might do this, but you're a tech company, but our company does this because we're a product company that's not tech related. Like, it was very similar. So it was really interesting to watch those panels. And then there were times when sort of people could come up and say something, and I'd come up and say something, but then I'd be like, blah, 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 blah. And I'd ask a question, and then I'd answer the question before someone even like got an idea or could answer the question. And I also found I was very combative with my answers because I came from a very totally different viewpoint from everyone else, but it didn't really appear to fit in. So it was interesting. So I don't know if it's all introverts, but me personally, I realized that I cannot be on a panel. So if you ever get asked to be invited to be on a panel for a conference or anything of that nature, maybe see if you know what the questions might be in advance, and see if you can have rough ideas or scenarios that you will have sort of pre-answers to, so that you know what you might say. And or see if you can be the first person that gets the mic, because then you'll say a thing and then everyone else will have to follow. Or, just avoid totally. But the idea is to be flexible and to have a lot of different things about a certain topic sort of in your head that you could say and talk about. So maybe with these panels, they did know in advance what the questions were going to be, and so that one might make it easier. But I know when I just heard the questions, I was just like, So that's what I learned about myself as far as panels on a conference is concerned. The other thing I learned at a recent conference was that this time I actually took the time to have personal time, and that was good. And I also learned to avoid people that are just not a good vibe for me. And people probably think I'm mean, or people probably think very negative things about me, but I knew it was just better for me to distance myself than to fake being nice or fake sort of liking what that person was saying and or doing. And that worked for me, might not have worked for them, so we'll see. But yes, those are my thoughts today on The Traveling Introvert, on panel discussions and conferences. It's been great talking to you. Thank you so much for listening. It's been just over a year. I don't know where the time has gone. But should you have any questions that you want me to answer, please email me at janice@thecareerintrovert.com. Have a great rest of your week.